working with shifts. I will start by deleting shifts. I make a selection of shifts and choose delete. To create a shift, you make a selection and choose new shift. On the right hand panel, you can choose which shift group it belongs to. And you can also do it afterwards by clicking in the shift. You get the same panel up again and you can choose a new shift. If you don't find the shift you want to use here, you click new shift group and you enter the name. We have a demo shift and you have created a new group. And you can also click the color then to choose a different color for that shift group. And if you don't want to use it anymore, you can uncheck this box, which means that when you create a new shift, demo will not be available anymore. But you can still find it in existing shifts like this. Okay, so let's create the shift model we see below. I create a new shift for morning and one for afternoon and one for night. And then I can drag it to the right start and stop times. And I can also move it. And I can't overlap shifts, so if I drag it to the edge, I know they are next to each other. And right now you see me creating the shifts the same way as you see below. But in most cases, if you already have your template, you just select them, copy, and then make a new selection and choose paste, copy in. And you have them like this. And now let's look at the whole week. I right click above and choose week. And we already have the template here. So let's look at next week. I start by copy this one. And I select machine and paste. Then we get the same shifts we copied. But we want them for the whole week. I select the whole week and choose paste every day. We have this one. From here I can do some adjustments. For example, we don't have a night shift on Friday. I delete that one. We might have a night shift on Sunday into Monday. So I will create one shift here. And this will be our template for the week, which I will copy the whole one, and then we can add them to the whole week, like this. And you might also want to do this for the whole year. And this usually you do once a year. So we select all machines, look at the sidebar here from the 2nd to the 3rd, but I'm going to change this one to the end of the year. And then I choose paste every week. Then we have added this template for this week and all weeks up until the end of the year. So that's how to work with shifts. And the next part is about flexible and dynamic shifts.
It sounds like you're trying to shop with me, but I can't yet shop in your...
So, we have two ways to work with flexible shifts. And flexible shifts is when you don't have a fixed schedule, but rather you want to have them dynamically. And I'm going to show you how that works. Just a quick view what it looks like. We can prepare our shifts like these, but then we might not know exactly the time morning and afternoon shifts switches. So instead we can use flexible shifts and allow the operator to report when they are switching. And they do that using MUR-Terminal. And in this case, I'm looking at the first machine, and we can see the shift here. We are still in the morning shift. And if we zoom out, we have the afternoon shift coming here. So in this case, the operator can choose this button, Start Shift, and choose to start the afternoon early. And when I select this one, the two shifts will move. So day shift ends now and afternoon starts early. And similarly, you can look, if we zoom in and say this is the end of the afternoon shift, we can say to stop the afternoon shift like this. And this is the end of the shift. Now, if you accidentally stop the shift too early, you can stop it again to expand the old shift a little bit more. But also, if you start earlier than the shift was scheduled, you can choose Start Shift. And okay, it was too soon. Let me see here. Let's move the night shift a bit closer. And now let's choose to start the shift. Now we can choose to start the next shift 20 minutes early. Like this. And if you don't have shifts at all scheduled ahead of time, like it's empty like this, you still can use flexible shift, but then you have to choose what type of shift to start. And when you're done, you choose to stop it like this. So that's flexible shifts. And to have access to these buttons, you have to have permission as a user you logged in as. And it's called on the stop and shifts, and it's called use flexible shifts. If the terminal user doesn't have this checked, they will not see the buttons at all. And the second method to use dynamic shifts is to use excluded stop codes. And stop codes, if we look at this one, we can choose to define them as excluded. For example, when the machine is closed, we can check exclude. And when the machine is excluded, the stop report will exclude that time from the report. So when we're looking at what is 100% of the runtime, it will be 24 hours minus the time when the machine is closed.